Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this year's National Honor Society induction. In light of the extraordinary events facing our nation, we will be taking all necessary precautions for the health and safety of today's participants. Please stand and join Paul Adonatzian in the Pledge of Allegiance. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to acknowledge Christopher South, a math teacher here at Southern Regional, as the Teacher of the Year.
Thank you, Paul. Everything this great district has become is because of the unparalleled leadership provided by the Board of Education. One of our board members is present tonight to make some comments, so I'd like to welcome and thank Mrs. Kelly Zuzik for coming to this induction ceremony, who will make remarks on behalf of the Board of Education. Mrs. Zuzik.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. Thank you so much for inviting me and welcoming me to this very prestigious event. I'm honored and incredibly humbled to be here today. My name is Kelly Zuzik, and I'm a member of the Southern Regional School District's Board of Education. I would like to acknowledge our families, administration, faculty, and most importantly, our distinguished student inductees who happen to be these incredibly beautiful young men and women who are being justly honored for their excellence in academics, character, and leadership. In these past few weeks, due to a worldwide pandemic, things have suddenly become different for all of us, and this severe and dramatic change is indeed difficult. But today is a celebration, and I want each of our inductees to celebrate all that you have instead of all that you don't have. How lucky each of you are to have your health and your keen minds, your sense of humor, your ability to touch and to feel, to write and to freely express yourself through word, art, dance, and song, to laugh and smile, and to be able to tell someone that you love them, and to have somebody say, I love you too. You're living in the safest and most prosperous period of human history. You have the technology to connect with millions of people around the globe, and you have instant access to more knowledge than all the generations before you. Why, the mere fact that you were even born at all, with all the odds not being in your favor, at 1 in 500 million, with that alone, you're already a winner. Soon I will look at each of your faces on a screen behind me, and I will be looking at the future. And you are the ones who will make history, and I'm very fortunate to be standing here at this moment, thinking to myself that we are all in a very good and capable hands. And that is very comforting to me in my old age. Your dedication to your studies, your school, community, and to yourself has not gone unnoticed. Today, all of your hard work and your drive for excellence will be rewarded. You are the best and the brightest, and we are all so very proud of each and every one of you. So when each of you were these teeny tiny baby angels floating around somewhere, you were handpicked and you were given this special gift of radiant white light that was meant for you to shine brightly in all that you do. You were chosen to be part of the movers and the shakers of the world, and you were entrusted to show the rest of us by example of what accomplishment, commitment, kindness, and leadership looks like. You were surrounded by the love of your families, community, and school. We want you to know that you amaze and inspire all of us. Thank you for your good choices, for being the best that you can be, for your work ethic, and for representing the Southern Regional School District with honor, achievement, and greatness. Congratulations. Congratulations on being invited and inducted into Southern Regional's National Honor Society. On behalf of Southern's Board of Education, may good fortune, good health, and continued success surround you for all your days. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Zuzik. What a great message. Thank you, Mr. Jeff Brown, Southern Regional's National Honor Society advisor, for overseeing the candidate selection process and monitoring the current members' progress throughout the year to verify that each student's community service, which is uniquely challenging, is current. Also, congratulations to Mr. Chris South, mathematics teacher, who is the honorary faculty inductee. Chris, thank you for your commitment to our students, and congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. Also, I would like to both commend and thank the parents of the inductees. None of what we celebrate during this induction ceremony occurs absent the love, nurturing, discipline, and core values that have been instilled at home. Thank you, parents. To our inductees, Never did I imagine myself giving a speech to a group who is not assembled. After much contemplation, I realized that this is an opportunity to share a perspective on our present circumstances and how these circumstances might inform a brighter, more sustainable future. We celebrate 81 individuals who have excelled at their craft. They have spent 16 or 17 years becoming and defining themselves. During this journey, many, many people have contributed. Sadly, none are in attendance. Not the inductees, not the inductees' family members, nor those of us who have had the blessing to share a few of the formative years with the inductees. There are 8 in an auditorium that should be filled with 708. All Honor Society inductees are vetted to an exceptionally high standard and distinguished because of their accomplishments. The 2020 inductees stand apart from all previous inductees, not for their accomplishments, but rather for when their accomplishments are being recognized, in the year that the pandemic was declared. A pandemic that will likely define a period of time longer than we know and will not only have health implications, but also economic and social implications that will far outpace and outlive the pandemic itself. Before now, strength has been measured in mass, volume, and unity, all of which have been forces that mankind uses to combat adversity and evil. Now we are learning a new way that by previous standards is eerie, quiet, and lonely. We are asked, rightfully so, to avoid one another, while a few, covered from head to toe, transport and care for the ill while hoping supplies and reserves are on the way. We did not draw this hand, it was dealt us. Every day, great people in our community play catch-up to circumstances that were thrust upon them. Tom Delane, Mike Essick, Bill O'Neill, Michelle Morrison, Matt Vonderhayden, Betty Ann McVeigh, you are rock stars. Most will not know what you have been doing on behalf of our community. I do, and I thank you. Something has to change. As an educated and resourceful society, we have come too far and deserve much better. Too much is at stake. We cannot ignore scientific realities in pursuit of short-term policies that do not best serve the masses. The pandemic is unnerving, upending, disruptive, and will be so for quite some time. But it will eventually be contained, no doubt. I'm hoping the process of overcoming the pandemic teaches us to pay more attention, become more informed, and become more involved in who is making decisions, policies, agendas, and the public servant's commitment to the greater good of all people. The pandemic's silver lining is that it can be the phenomena that exposes the frailty of our codependent systems while uniting us in an awareness of a much bigger and potentially more devastating crisis, that being global warming. Global warming is real, and some fear we are already at the tipping point. Earth will survive. The question becomes, what life organisms will be compatible with whatever our planet becomes? National Honor Society inductees and the other Southern Regional student leaders, I look forward to you taking charge. Science is science, math is math, verbs are verbs, facts are facts. History repeats itself, and it is incumbent upon leaders to learn from past mistakes in pursuit of a sustainable future for the human species. National Honor Society inductees and all of Southern, I hope we can gather again soon. If not, let's vow to gather again eventually. And while we wait to gather, go Rams. It is now my privilege to light the candle of knowledge.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. At this time, Mr. Eric Wilhelm will read criteria for selection to the National Honor Society.
Thank you, Paul. Members of the National Honor Society are selected on the basis of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Faculty input is obtained regarding all of the individuals who meet the scholarship requirement of 93 or better grade point average. Candidates are then asked to complete a student information form to validate leadership, character, and service. This year's officers will present a brief background of the qualifications for membership by reflecting the criteria set forth in the National Charter. Paul Atanazian, President of the Honor Society, represents scholarship. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Mr. Wilhelm. I am scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through opportunities inherent in scholarship. I will now light the candle of scholarship. Justin Keene, this year's treasurer, represents leadership.
Thank you, Paul. I am leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a substantial change to each one of our members. I will now light the candle of leadership.
Thank you, Justin. Caitlin Kohler, this year's historian, represents character.
I am character. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives one individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides one through life, and one once developed grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality which we appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. I will now light the candle of character.
Thank you, Caitlin. Sarah Pampelone, this year's vice president, represents service.
I am service. My office is service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or without recognition, is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. I will now light the candle of service.
Thank you, Sarah. At this time, we would like to recognize the inductees.
Erin Allegre. Erin Allegre is an active member of the Interact Club, Keep Club, and Environmental Club. She has taken part in many events over the years, and some include Chowderfest, the Bridge Walk, and the Triathlon. Erin is also very involved in the Southern Regional's athletics. She's been a part of the school's Powder Puff program, volleyball team, winter track program, and the lacrosse team. This past fall, her varsity volleyball team won both A South as well as Shore Conference. She is part of East Coast Crush Volleyball, which is an outside club volleyball team. Aside from academics and athletics, she also volunteers as an assistant coach for Stafford's recreational volleyball program. Erin prioritizes spending time with her friends and family as well. Gianna Antonora. Gianna Antonora is a member of the varsity gymnastics and swim team. She has competed for them since her sophomore year. Gianna is also part of the Spanish National Honor Society and enjoys using her skills in her family vacations to Mexico every year. She is very fond of painting and drawing in her free time, even though she may not be the best at it. Over the summer, she worked as an ocean lifeguard in Surf City, New Jersey, which led her to earn her CPR and first aid certifications. Gianna loves competing in mud runs every summer with her dad and cousins. Madeline Balco. Madeline Balco is a member of the Southern Regional Theater Company. Madeline is also heavily involved in various performances in Southern Regional, including the variety show, district recital, and concerts for both concert choir and honors wind ensemble. Madeline is a member of the Southern Regional Tri-M Musical Honor Society. Madeline has also been employed as an organist at various churches since age 11 and still does so today. In the near future, Madeline will be training to be a substitute instructor for Miss Shannon Hood's studio. In addition to piano performances, Madeline has performed as a member of the vocal community theater companies, including Bel Air Theater Company. Madeline has had the pleasure of serving local families and organizations in need on 2 mission trips through St. Mary's Youth Group. Samantha Barbado. Samantha Barbado is an active member of her community, being a part of multiple clubs such as Interact Club and Student Council. Samantha and her peers started the Environmental Activism Club this year at Southern Regional. She is involved in Southern athletics, as she's a varsity player for both field hockey and has been a part of the lacrosse program. Over her years of high school, Sam has accumulated over 50 hours of community service, while also dedicating time to family, friends, and school. Julia Barish. Julia Barish is a member of the Interact Club, French Club, and Health and Science Club, and Student Council. She currently serves as the Secretary of Student Council, where she attends several conferences at TCNJ. There, she learned leadership skills and how to utilize them in everyday life. She also plays junior varsity tennis for Southern Regional and does competition dance at TLC Academy of Dance. Julia attended the mini medical school at Southern Regional High School to help guide her in the future conquests in the medical field. Tristan Bazil. Tristan Bazil is the founder and president of the Southern Regional Sign Language Club and an actor in several Southern Regional Theater Company productions. He actively participates in Sale at the Barnegat Library and volunteers for Bingo Night at Tria Stafford Senior Living. Tristan is a member of the German National Honor Society. He is attending to major in history at Stockton with a minor in secondary education. Tristan's outside hobbies include baton spinning and playwriting. He is hoping to work as a history teacher in a high school where he can easily and widely help students. Dylan Bates. Dylan Bates is a member of the National Language Honor Society, Style, Health and Science Club, along with the boys varsity cross country team, varsity winter track team, and varsity spring track team. In his free time, Dylan volunteers for school-sponsored activities and volunteers locally. However, his passion is volunteering outdoors at Cloverdale County Park. Dylan renovates walking paths and assists park naturalists in mentoring children about aquatic programs and fire preventions. Dylan is certified scuba diver, licensed hunter, boater, and fisherman. Dylan is near 100 community service hours and wishes to continue his future in the outdoors by becoming a conservation officer. Kelsey Bigham. Kelsey Bigham serves as an administrator of the Interact Club, in addition to being an active member of the French Club, Key Club, and Student Council. She is also an active participant with the class of 2021 executives, where they help plan prom as well as fundraisers for the Southern's senior trip to Disney. Kelsey plays on the varsity Southern field hockey team, winning a South title for 3 years in a row, and also plays on the Southern lacrosse team. During her free time, she trains on the explosive field hockey team, as well as Southern's T3 lacrosse team. During the summer months, Kelsey is behind the counter service at Mud City Crab House. Kayla Boker. Kayla Boker is a current member of the David's Dream Believe Club and has been since the club was initiated. Kayla has been on the high school cross-country team and is a former competition dancer. She is also the current manager of the Southern Girls Volleyball team. Kayla has volunteered at countless events, including the St. Francis Festival of the Sea, David's Dream Belief Pancake Breakfast, the Class of 2020 Ramboree, and at the Southern Oceans Medical Center. Kayla has also completed Southern's mini medical school. Daniel Burt. Daniel Burt has participated in many of the Southern Regional Company's productions, such as Radium Girls, Harvey, The Great Gatsby, and Fiddler on the Roof. He also is part of the FCCLA, where endless hours of community service were planned and brought into action. Being involved in Boy Scouts helped Daniel to realize the importance of not only self-worth, but the importance of caring for others as well. His social problem-solving skills are put to work as he's employed at ShopRite as a cashier. While balancing his heavy schedule, he also made time to help care for his grandma at home, a virtue which will stick with him for the rest of his life.
Alexandra Capone. Alexandra Capone is a member of the Student Council and French Club. She currently serves as the Vice President of Student Council and has previously served as the Vice President of Community Service for FCCLA. She spends her time volunteering at the Barnegat Library. Alexandra is on the tennis team and bowling teams for Southern. She also spends her summers and some weekends during the school year dog sitting for various families and babysitting for her younger cousins. Elle Cicchini. Elle Cicchini is a part of Southern Regional's High School French Club and Exchange Club and has been a part of the cheerleading team for 2 years. She was a first-place winner of the 2018 FCCLA state competition. Her hobbies include participating in the International Equestrian Association riding and jumping competitions and studying different artists and their work in New York City, where both her sister and brother reside. During the summers at Beach Haven Library, Elle reads a variety of literature each week to the children and conducts author studies. She also orchestrates mini lessons for toddlers. This past year, Elle is a lector at St. Francis Church on Long Beach Island. She was recognized last year at an awards dinner at Angleside Inn in Beach Haven by the Exchange Club for her 5 years of service to the community. In addition, Elle has completed her children's yoga certification as her goal to help children and teens who have proclivity towards anxiety develop coping skills. Michael Chanda. Michael Chanda is a varsity athlete runner in cross-country, winter track, and spring track, and enjoys being a part of an amazing running team. He has remained one of the top 5 overall runners in the school 3 years in a row. He is a violinist and a member of the Southern Regional Select Orchestra. He is a member of Style, Student Team Building, Youth Leadership Experience. He also enjoys coaching and worked in the Coach Baker's running summer camp. He volunteers at the Freehold Borough YMCA, where he serves meals to homeless and elderly people. He also volunteers with Francis Foundation for Kids Fighting Cancer in Ocean and Monmouth counties. Christina Sabrowski-Escoffrey. Christina Sabrowski-Escoffrey is a natural leader both in and out of school, which is evident in her roles as class officer, captain of her tennis team, and in multiple clubs. She is always available to help anyone who is struggling both academically and personally, and provide and assisting those in her community. She volunteers at her local church, feeding and clothing the less fortunate. She is bilingual and is studying a third language, which she is working hard to become fluent in. She spent last summer studying engineering and quantum mechanics at Brown University. This year, she applied to Oxford's summer program for mechanical engineering and was accepted. Christina was nominated for the Governor's School of Engineering and Technology this summer, an achievement she is very proud and hopes to be admitted to. Lindsay Clark. Lindsay Clark is an exceptional student who works extremely hard academically, as well in all other aspects of her life. Lindsay is ranked 11 in her class while being in all honors and AP classes for her core subjects. She's a member of the Student Council, and she plans on running for an office position this upcoming election for her senior year. Additionally, Lindsay is a member of the French Club formerly. Lindsay was a member of the Key Club and assisted the organization in many events. Lindsay has also been an extremely active member of the Southern Regional sailing team. Outside of school, Lindsay is an equestrian rider. Lindsay also plays classical guitar, and she's very interested in personal fitness. Gianna Crawford. Gianna Crawford is a member of the Interact Club, Key Club, Class Executive Committee, and Prom Committee. She currently serves as the Vice President of the French Club and Secretary for her class of 2021. Gianna participates in varsity track, both indoor and outdoor seasons. Representing Southern Regional, she has placed 5th in Ocean County in high jump and placed 6th in Group 4 South. She has contributed many points to her team's county and A South titles. Additionally, she played JV tennis. Gianna was selected to participate in the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards over the summer, a 4-day leadership program that she plans to return and become a program counselor for. Thomas DeKeen. Tommy DeKeen, a member of Southern Boys volleyball varsity team during the offseason, has played on the SOVBC and Warren Six-Packs national team. Tommy was also a member of the boys swim team and participated in the mini medical school program as well as the French club. He volunteers his time to various organizations through Interact, the Ocean County Public Library, and the Key Club. He also enjoys assisting those to new volleyball in clinics and camps. Kevin DeHart. Kevin DeHart is a member of the Key Club Spanish Honor Society and serves as an officer to the Interact Club. He is an all-season runner participating in cross-country, winter track, and spring track. It was this dedication that earned him both the True Grit and Golden Apple Awards. This past November, Kevin was honored by being chosen as Student of the Month. He also worked as a cashier at ShopRite and received 2 complimentary letters from customers who felt he went above and beyond. Maitland Demand. Maitland Demand has been a member of Style since 7th grade and was chosen to attend an annual overnight leadership camping trip in the spring of 2019. She has been a member of varsity field hockey team for the past 4 years and captain of the past 2. She's a member of the varsity lacrosse team. Maitland helped lead the field hockey team to Shore Conference Tournament finals in 2017, as well as consecutive A-South championships in the 2019 season, and they are working for their 3rd championship. In fall 2017, her varsity field hockey team was presented with the referee's Ocean County Sportsmanship Award, honoring her stellar performance as athletes on and off the field. She's been selected onto the first team All-Shore the past 2 seasons and chosen for the first team All-Division all 3 years. She also helped the girls lacrosse team win A-South for the first time in school history in the 2019 spring season. She represented Southern Athletics by being one of the female nominees for the Semper Fidelis All-American program. She has been a part of Jersey Intensity Field Hockey Club in the past 10 years, where she has been captain of her team. Maitland is going to continue her academic and field hockey career at the University of Louisville next year on academic and athletic scholarship. Allie English. Allie English is a fun-loving girl that never seems to encounter a dull moment. To start off, she is a varsity athlete in gymnastics, winter, and spring track, and is the captain of the gymnastics team, where she brings a positive and hardworking attitude to the team. Additionally, Allie volunteers with Key Club, food drives, and participates in Chowderfest every year. Her favorite volunteering experience was with the Southern Regional Dance Marathon, in which she helped raise money for children with cancer. In her free time, she enjoys spending time on the water and going to the beach. Lastly, in the spring, summer, and fall, Allie loves working as a hostess at Stefano's restaurant.
Jessica Faustini. Jessica Faustini is currently a junior at Southern Regional High School. She is a member of Student Council, French Club, and Interact Club. She's also been a previous member of Key Club. She currently serves as treasurer of Student Council. Being a member of Student Council, Jessica was invited to attend a leadership training conference at TCNJ for a 4-day event in the summer, where she learned important leadership skills. She is also a part of the Southern Regional girls tennis team for the past 3 years and has been a member of the Southern Regional bowling team. Jessica and her tennis teammates had an undefeated season for junior varsity for 2019. She has also attended and completed the mini medical school course in 2019, hoping one day she can pursue her career in the medical field. Jessica is also in her 3rd year of French and will continue taking the language for her 4th year. Some of her hobbies include baking, photography, and spending time with her dog Cody. She also loves spending time with her family and friends. Jessica is excited to continue on this academic and social journey. Frank Fiera. Frank Fiera has been a member of Style beginning in middle school and firmly believes that serving in this club has made him the proud and passionate person that he is today. Frank was also an inductee into the National Junior Honor Society while SRMS, which gave him the incentive to attain this goal of becoming a member of NHS while in high school. Frank has been heavily involved in athletics, playing football, indoor track, lacrosse, and summer weight room each year while in high school. He spent many hours working with children for the Lacrosse for Autism organization, as well as giving back with Paws for a Cause and Arctic Outreach, 2 causes facilitated by Jetty. Frank was also recognized as the class's Student of the Month for May when he was a freshman. Alexa Fritz. Alexa Fritz is a senior and enjoys dancing and singing in her spare time. She dances every day after school and participates in competitive dance competitions. She takes a variety of dance classes at Trademark Dance Academy. When she is not dancing, she is an active member of the Interact Club. In Interact Club, she volunteers for events in her community and help in a positive and helpful way. She enjoys Interact because she feels that it helps her become closer to her community and have fun with friends while still doing something good for the people in her town. Hank Gallagher. Hank Gallagher is a versatile student athlete who has maintained his high grades while being a three-season athlete over the past 3 years. He was named the first team all-division kicker for football, and he was part of last year's shuttle hurdle team that set a school record and competed at last year's nationals. He is an active member of the Southern Regional Style Program and David's Dream and Believe Cancer Foundation. In the community, he is associated with Fighting Children's Cancer Foundation and the Alliance for a Living Ocean to keep our beaches clean. Hank is extremely competitive, yet respectful to his opponents. He is tough on himself, yet encouraging to his teammates. He is compassionate and looks to make other students feel included. Hank loves to be outdoors, whether he's playing football, shooting hoops, playing with his dogs, or catching fish. He also enjoys cooking and listening to music, TED Talks, and Joe Rogan podcasts. Most importantly, Hank has integrity and is determined to stay true to his principles. Ruthie Gandhi. Ruthie Gandhi has played on the Southern Regional tennis team since her freshman year, which she was undefeated in this current school year. She's an active member in various clubs such as Student Council, Health and Science Club, David's Dream and Believe Club, and Spanish Club. She's a member of Style and helps run leadership activities at various schools. She spends time over the summer volunteering in the hospital, helping with patient care. Also, Ruthie volunteers at the Stafford Library Branch by helping younger kids learn reading schools in the Reading Buddy program. Madison Gellis. Madison Gellis is an active member of the Interact Club, Key Club, and David's Dream and Believe Club. She had participated in many events, such as the Bridge Walk, the Pancake Breakfast with Santa, and the Triathlon. She is also a member of the Spanish National Honor Society. Madison plays on the girls' volleyball team, contributing towards this past season's Shore Conference Championship and A-South. Also, Madison practices with SOVBC and has helped coach for Stafford Recreational Volleyball. She loves spending time with friends and family, along with going to the beach and out on the bay. Kayla Gerhardt. Kayla Gerhardt is a two-season athlete participating in both winter and spring track for the past 3 years. Throughout her high school career, she has been involved in clubs and activities such as David's Dream and Believe, Interact Club, Student Council, and participating in Powered Puff football. Kayla has done upwards of 30 hours of community service through the Antlers program at the Manahawkin Elks Lodge number 2340. Kayla's community service also extends to the multiple events she's done through Interact Club and David's Dream and Believe. This past summer, she became heavily involved in the local government through the borough of Surf City, where she has been employed for the past 3 years. Kayla attended the Mini Law Academy and plans to pursue a career practicing law. Brielle Gilday. Brielle Gilday is a member of the Future Educators Club, Interacts Club, and Student Council. She's volunteered in many events, such as Chowderfest, the Triathlon, and Touch a Truck. Brielle participated in Powder Puff her freshman year. While taking her challenging classes, such as AP US History, AP Chemistry, and General Trigonometry/Pre-Calculus, she played varsity field hockey. Brielle has played field hockey since 8th grade and made varsity her junior year. In her free time, she loves to dance and hang out with her friends. Brielle went to all of the mini medical lectures her sophomore year and received a certificate. She's ranked 39th in her class and aspires to be in the top 20. Brielle has worked as a beach pad checker in Surf City, NJ, for 1 season in 2018 and worked at a Southern Ocean preschool from March 2019 to August 2019. Emma Gilday. Emma Gilday is an active member of the Spanish Club. She has participated in Interact Club activities in the National Guard competition. As an avid fan of volleyball, she trains year-round as a player for Southern's varsity girls volleyball team in several clubs, including SOVBC, Silver Hammers, and East Coast Crush. She shares her love of the sport with players in the Stafford Recreational Volleyball League as a skills demonstrator and coach's assistant. Emma also enjoys cooking and baking and dedicates her time every year to make cookies for St. Mary's Christmas dinner. Rebecca Go. Rebecca Go is a member of the French Club, Health and Science Club, Class Executives, Students Against Destructive Decisions Club, and Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. She currently serves as the president of the Gay Straight Alliance. Rebecca also tutors her peers to ensure that they can understand their courses and thrive.
Caitlin Gonzalez. Caitlin Gonzalez is a member of Mock Trial, Student Council, Key Club, and the Interact Club. She currently serves as an executive member of Student Council and aspires to be vice president this year. Last year, Caitlin was inducted into the Spanish National Honor Society. She also plays tennis, varsity bowling, and managed the boys' tennis team while attending the mini law school program Southern provides. Caitlin played at first doubles on the JV team for tennis with an undefeated record and was given a coach's award for MVP. She volunteers her time in charity work like the holiday gift auction, the Sprint for Life, and donates to the yearly food drive. Amanda Grassel. Amanda Grassel is a member of the SAD Club, Health and Science Club, and the class executive for the class of 2021. She is also heavily involved in the music department. She has been playing the violin since 4th grade and has recently been inducted into the Tri-M Music Honor Society. Amanda has achieved perfect attendance for the past 2 years, and she has been awarded a silver medal her freshman year and gold medal her sophomore year for exceptional performances on the National Latin Exam. She volunteers her time primarily with her Girl Scout troop, the class of 2021, and at the Stafford branch of the Ocean County Library. In her free time, Amanda enjoys reading, writing, and playing the violin. Bridget Green. Bridget Green is a member of the Key Club, Spanish Club, and Interact Club. She is co-captain of the Southern Regional Varsity Sailing Team. Bridget has been a dedicated member of the team since 9th grade. She is currently serving as the Junior Commodore of the Surf City Yacht Club. She has organized the fundraising events and has led her peers in many volunteer activities at Surf City Yacht Club and Tuckerton Seaport. Bridget has volunteered as a mentor of young beginner sailors for the Saturday Summer Series. She sails competitively and has participated in events all over the United States and internationally. Last summer, Bridget was selected to sail for the USA and Sweden. She also won a gold medal in Paraguay South American team racing competition. Marley Haddon. Marley Haddon is a member of Key Club, Interact Club, Student Council, and David's Dream Believe. She dances competitively year-round with her dance studio, Ovations Performing Arts Academy, and plays lacrosse. She participated in tennis and powder puff. Marley is a member of the Spanish National Honor Society and has received an award for perfect attendance. Every year, she participates in Dance for a Cure at the Lacey High School, as well as in the Dance Marathon at Southern Regional to raise money for the Ocean of Love Foundation. Bailey Hradek. Bailey Hradek is a varsity track and field athlete. She's a member of Interact Club, David's Dream Believe, as well as the Health and Science Club. Bailey is also a part of the Spanish National Honor Society here at Southern. During her summer, she worked as a waitress for weddings at Bonnet Island Estate. In her spare time, she helps coach Southern's Pee Wee cheer team and attends their competitions. Jake Hughes. Jake Hughes has been a member of several high school and club sports teams. Specifically, Jake has played for the Southern Regional High School's boys basketball and lacrosse teams. He is a member of the Southern Regional Interact Club. Additionally, Jake is also participating member of the St. Francis Youth Group and has volunteered at multiple events supporting the church and community at large. Lastly, Jake has participated in many New Jersey Army National Guard events that have supported the families of deployed or deploying soldiers. Of particular note, Jake is the recipient of multiple Southern Regional High School basketball and lacrosse team Scholar Athlete Awards, and also is the recipient of the 44th Infantry Brigade Combat Teams Commander's Coin for Excellence for his support of various New Jersey Army National Guard events. Brooke Ingram. Brooke Ingram is a junior in high school. She has spent much of her time volunteering at various events, some of which include carnivals and events like the Bridge Walk and Chowderfest. She also spends a lot of time volunteering at SOCH on the Transport Walk and Care Unit. She helped organize events and provided the patient with beverages and activities to occupy their time. She was a member of the girls' swim team at Southern for 2 years while being a member of Key Club. This current year, she is involved in David's Dream and Believe and Interact Club. She was inducted in the Language National Honor Society last year. When she is not in school, she is a part of the Beechwood United Travel Soccer Team. For the past 4 years, she has worked as a counter helper at Bagels and Beyond and hopes to continue working there and gain more responsibility as she completes high school. Keith Jaranek is a member of the Interact Club and the Spanish Club here at Southern. Keith was inducted into the National Spanish Honor Society in March of 2019. Keith has pursued volunteer work through Interact Club on his own. Baking is a big part of Keith's volunteer efforts. He has baked 12 dozen cookies for 2 years in a row for the Girl Scouts to deliver on their annual trip to Willow Spring Rehab. Keith also enjoys working with children. He has been a reading buddy at the Stafford Library and has read to classes in the elementary school through the STYLE program. Keith is a member of the volleyball team at Southern. Being part of the team has taught him valuable lessons and to maintain healthy lifestyle in the off-season. Shayla Johnson. Shayla Johnson is a member of Key Club, Interact Club, STYLE, and Environmental Club. She has participated in powder puff, soccer, and lacrosse as well. Shayla was inducted into the Spanish National Honor Society her sophomore year. She has been working throughout the school year part-time at Bagels and Beyond in Beach Haven West, along as playing on a club soccer team in Beechwood. On her club team, she takes pride in her leadership as being the oldest player, encouraging her teammates and leading them to division championships. Shayla enjoys volunteering for a variety of services, especially Relay for Life in Berkeley and Lacey Township. She felt immense pride when she helped young girls feel empowered through the Girls on the Run. Dean Klonk. I'm a senior who has tried extraordinarily to succeed here at Southern. My mother is a strict woman, and I do my best to achieve the high marks she sets on me. Thanks to her, I can say that I have been in honor roll for all 4 years of my high school career. It has also brought me to the spot in the Arts Honor Society, as well as the Language Honor Society. I'm involved with many after-school activities, such as Interact Club and Style. I run cross-country and track year-round since sophomore year. I had spent the past 3 years saving up money from work to have gone to Japan last summer. It was a 3-week trip and tackled over $5,000 that I paid off myself from working since the day I turned 15 years old. I enjoy having some free time, but I don't have anything to do. If I don't have anything to do, I will usually find something to get myself into or ask for more hours at work.
Timothy Korndorfer Jr. Timothy Korndorfer Jr. is a historical enthusiast who previously participated in the fishing and Japanese clubs in his freshman and sophomore years. Currently, he helps to guide his peers through tips and advice in winter and spring track, in which he is a varsity member. Outside of school, he leads various events for his church, Cornerstone Bible Church. These include a plethora of educational games and vacation, Bible school programs, his place on the roster of teachers for the Sunday school, and in the carrying out of Operation Christmas Child. He is also an avid student in his church's youth group, so as to better improve his capabilities in aiding his fellow churchgoers and community. In his personal time, Timothy enjoys a vast host of activities, from delivering into the fictitious worlds of novels and strategic games to testing his skill in cards and reenacting pivotal battles in the Civil War. He has also voluntarily given a short presentation to AP level classes in both his freshman and sophomore year, with hopes of continuing to do so in the future. Olivia Krevax. Olivia Krevax. Her name is Olivia Krevax. When she looks in the mirror, she sees a strong woman capable of conquering any roadblock that comes her way. For example, she balances various activities daily. She spends her weeknights juggling dance rehearsals, club meetings, and studying. This year, she's a returning member of the Trademark Dance Academy's competition team. Most nights, she's in various classes from 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Her styles include ballet, jazz, lyrical, hip-hop, and acrobatics. Dance gives her an opportunity to express her creative side while also learning discipline. On another note, she's incredibly passionate about helping her peers, in particular, her fellow members of the LGBTQ+ community and allies. She's able to focus in on these people when planning and conducting meetings for the GSA, in which she holds the vice presidential position. After high school, she hopes to combine her love of dance and helping others into a successful career in the world of dance therapy. Jonathan Leach. Jonathan Leach is a member of the Key Club, Student Council, David's Dream Believe Club, and Spanish Club. He is currently the co-president and co-founder of the Southern Regional's Environmental Activism Club. He also is an active participant in the spring musical Trailing Back to 7th grade, with his first performance on the high school stage. Outside of school, Jonathan is a proud advocate for the theater exposure to his community's youth and is a dedicated member of the nonprofit theater organization Bel Air Theater Company. When Jonathan is not participating in school event, he is working at one of his 3 to 4 jobs, either serving pizza at a local restaurant or helping kids with middle school math. Jonathan recently got accepted into Brown University's pre-college program in the summer to pursue his dream to study neuroscience and neurobehavior in animals. Jonathan has traveled to Costa Rica to talk to less fortunate children in schools about environmental awareness and how they can be more environmentally conscientious. Jonathan's environmental activism hopes to take him to other less fortunate countries to help people in need and educate them on the ecological crisis at hand. Ryan Levitt. Ryan Levitt is an active member of the Key Club, and he has participated in many multiple functions to help benefit this club, his class, and community. These functions include going to numerous working meetings for Key Club, volunteering for the Dance Marathon, Causeway Carnival, and attending Almost Anything Goes. In addition to this, he has helped those playing for challenger basketball teams throughout his high school career. Personally, Ryan has also part of the varsity soccer and basketball teams at Southern Regional and has contributed towards their very successful recent seasons. On top of being on school teams, he plays for competitive travel teams both of these sports, and he plans on continuing to do so in the future. Due to his love for soccer and basketball, he often helps coaching and teaching kids at a recreational level. Ryan takes pride in everything that he partakes in and never gives anything less than his maximum effort. Rachel Martin. Rachel Martin is an active member of the French Club and Student Council. She has served as the president of the Southern Regional FCCLA chapter for the past 2 years, as well as plays for the girls' tennis team. Rachel has attained perfect attendance for her freshman and sophomore year. She's also started and managed her own accessory brand called Wild Child, in which she operates 100% of the business in sales. It is worth recognizing Rachel's effort in FCCLA that has earned her state and national awards. Most importantly, she has represented Southern Regional in New Jersey at the National Leadership Conference every year since 7th grade. To qualify, members must present and compete at a state level to receive a gold medal in first, second place for their division and event category. Rachel was awarded a gold medal on the national stage in Anaheim, California, for her project titled Finding a Future in Fashion, where she had to explore a career in a pathway related to family and consumer sciences. John Massandrea. John Massandrea is an active member of the Performing Creative Arts at Southern Regional. He has performed in the high school productions since middle school. John is also a member of the SNN crew. At the 2019 STN convention in Seattle, he was part of the Southern team that for the first time won 3 awards. John has also earned a varsity letter in cross country. He volunteers at the Child Advocacy Task Force, which helps children in foster care. John is also the junior class president and has served that role since his freshman year. Lindsay McLean. Lindsay McLean participates in cross country, winter track, and spring track. She also takes the advanced improvisational acting course at her high school, which allows her to perform in various shows throughout the year, including Christmas play for the first grades of her area. Lindsay takes 2 AP classes at her school, U.S. History 2 and Language and Composition. She is also taking a dual credit program for Spanish 3 through Stockton University, where she earns above an 83 in her class. She will be awarded 4 college credits. She's an active volunteer at her church, working with the Vacation Bible School every summer as a crew leader. Recently, Lindsay began attending the mini law school at her school. Lindsay loves reading, writing, running, and volunteering, and those are the main activities she participates in when she's not studying. She prides herself on hard work, dedication, and drive to be better her community. Maria Mezzo. Maria Mezzo is a member of the Key Club at Southern Regional. She has been a member of both varsity and winter spring track teams and the varsity gymnastics team since her freshman year. Throughout these sports seasons, Maria has obtained first team A South for the hurdles and spring track and first team A South alternate for pole vault. Maria represented the track team at the 2019 Shore Conference and Ocean County Championship meets, where she won the hurdles both times. Maria also broke the school record on the floor exercise during her gymnastics season. Maria enjoys going back to her elementary school to volunteer her time, tutoring the younger students. She also looks forward to taking part in La Casa de Don Pedro's toy and food drive each year, where she's able to provide basic necessities for hundreds of different families. Bria Minio. Bria Minio has been a member of the varsity cheer team since freshman year. She's been selected as 3-time UCA All-American, which is awarded at the end of each cheerleading camp in the Poconos. She also participates in Key Club, Interact Club, David's Dream Believe, and Student Council. She's a member of the Spanish Honor Society and plans to explore more of her education in Spain next year. She's a junior coach, a local cheer team since 8th grade, where from June through December, she actively teaches the girls new skills to compete at a national level. Daniela Minio. Daniela Minio has been involved in several activities throughout her high school career. She has been a volunteer coach with the American Youth Cheer team since 8th grade. She's also competed in varsity winter and spring track since freshman year. She has also joined the varsity gymnastics team as well. Alongside this, she's been an active member of Key Club, Interact Club, and David's Dream Believe. Last year, she also became a member of the Spanish National Honor Society.
Gwyneth Moran. Gwyneth Moran is a member of the German Club, Interscholastic Equestrian Varsity Team, and United States Equestrian Federation. Gwen has represented Atlantic County at the national level for 4-H and horse science, placing at the top 10 for the last 2 years. Gwen has earned awards for public speaking, veterinary science, and the Good Sportsmanship Award. Gwen is also a member of SRHS gymnastics team an ocean water lifeguard for the Long Beach Township Beach Patrol, and she enjoys drawing and painting and volunteering her time to homeless paws, bottle feeding orphan kittens, and finding them their forever homes. Kayla Mora. Kayla Mora is a hardworking student who is an active member of the Interact Student Council, Style, and Key Club. She spends her time helping her community and volunteers her free time when called upon. She was nominated to be in Style when she was demonstrated characteristics of leadership and kindness. Kayla has volunteered at her local church many times, especially during the fair held in July where she painted children's faces. It was heartwarming to see their smiles as they ran back to their parents ecstatically. She was also awarded with high honor roll all three grades of high school and is an inductee for the Spanish Honor Society. Kayla Mora has worked hard through the past school years and in her community. She will continue to strive and do her best to set an example for others. Tiffany Ortner. Tiffany Ortner is a member of Student Council, Interact Club, and French Club. She's looking forward to being inducted into the French National Honor Society. She attended the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards and plans to be a counselor this year. She also plays varsity tennis and track, where she assisted her team in attaining Ocean County and Shore Conference titles. Reese Otto. Reese Otto is a member of the Spanish National Honor Society and is an active member of the Interact Club, where he volunteers for every event he can. He also actively volunteers at the Mount Holly Elks and Lighthouse International Film Festival. Reese plays volleyball for Southerners, also a major part of Southern Ocean Volleyball Club, where he works with his team towards major success. Last but not least, Reese also likes pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Krista Pacello. Krista Pacello is a part of the Southern Regional's Theater Company, Key Club, and Honors Select Choir. She loves to spend her free time helping assist her teachers at their studio, the Starlight Performing Arts Center. Krista is also an accepted member of the Tri-M Music Honor Society. She performs at the Southern Ocean Medical Center with fellow members of her choir to help bring joy to patients' lives. In Krista's next project, she will be PAL interning with Surflight Theater and joining the Beach Haven School to teach the students drama after school. Krista is a passionate, hardworking student who's seeking to become her best self. Joshua Pinero. Joshua Pinero is a member of the jazz band, French club, and marching band. Last summer, he flew to Europe through the American Music Abroad program. Joshua enjoys skiing in the winter and running track in the spring. He's also a member of the team advisory board on the Long Beach Island Library branch. Alexa Placeas. Alexa Placeas is a member of the Key Club, Style, David's Dream and Believe. She also holds a position in the class office of the 2021 Vice President. In being Vice President, Alexia helps to plan, organize, and promote fundraising events as well as class activities, such as prom. She is also involved in the school's drama department as she performed in a variety of school's productions, including the fall play and spring musical, as well as the community theater outside of school. Alexia is an assistant coach at Special Olympics swim team year-round, which helped her utilize leadership skills as well as fulfilling her love for swimming. Jack Plesnarski. Jack Plesnarski at Southern Regional High School, Jack Plesnarski is a member of Style and is a 2-year varsity baseball player. He has also earned the Perfect Attendance Award. Outside of school, Jack works at Medicine Solutions and Kapler's Pharmacy. Year-round, he works up to 25 hours a week as a cashier and helps with bookkeeping. Along with his job, Jack plays baseball for prestigious club teams that travel around the country to compete. Last summer, Jack earned the all-tournament team at 2 perfect game tournaments for his pitching. Looking to accomplish his goal to play in college, Jack is hopeful that the college gate level coaches that Tri-State Arsenal will guide him to continue playing his passion. Lastly, Jack volunteers his time at the local St. Mary's Church that helps kids learn the fundamentals of baseball. J.P. Prospery. J.P. Prospery is a member of the Southern Boys soccer team, winter track team, and spring track team. He helped captain the soccer team in a record of 12-3-3. J.P. is a member of the Spanish National Honor Society and is pursuing the Naval Academy to further his education. He played basketball in his freshman and sophomore years of Southern. JP is also an active member of his parish, St. Mary's of the Pines. Charlie Perks. Charlie Perks is a member of the Southern Regional varsity tennis and softball teams. She loves softball and received her varsity letter last season. She is vice president of the Manahawkin Elks Antlers, where she volunteers her time at charity balls and special needs events. She has played recreational softball since she was 4 years old and enjoys volunteering for the Stafford Girls Softball Association by helping the concession and assisting players in grades 3 through 6. With the fall ball training camp as assistant coach. In her free time, Charlie enjoys boating, fishing, surfing, and skiing.
Nicholas Railman. Nicholas Railman is a 3-sport athlete as he competes in cross-country, winter and spring track, and a proud member of this style and varsity club. Additionally, he is Scout in Troop 23, where he recently completed his Eagle Scout projects as he led a dedicated group of volunteers in the creation of an after-hours donation box for the Tuckerton food pantry. Nicholas volunteers regularly with Scout Pack 61, the Tuckerton Food Pantry, and Family Promise. Since he was a toddler, he has worked with a group of volunteers to ensure that all of the veterans buried in Eagleswood Cemetery have a fresh flag placed upon their grave for Memorial Day. Nicholas has also earned recognition for perfect attendance since 8th grade. Lauren Rickey. Lauren Rickey is currently a junior in Southern Regional High School. She has pushed herself to be the best all-around student she could be. Some of Lauren's achievements include holding an officer position in the Future Education Association and maintained an advanced class schedule throughout her 3 years of high school. Her sport achievements include several years of powder puff football, participating in winter and spring throwing track team, and holding the position of goalie in both lacrosse and field hockey teams. Lauren has attended 2 consecutive field hockey summer camps at Rowan University to improve her goalie skills and meet new friends. During Lauren's junior field hockey season, she received a varsity letter. Her hobbies include coloring, cooking, and playing sports, listening to music, and spending time with her friends. During the summer of 2019, she started working at the ice cream counter of Sweet Jenny's restaurant in Barnegat. She was also a member of the Waretown Junior First Aid Squad Auxiliary for 2 years. Lauren looks forward to continuing her education and obtaining her college degree in education. Rachel Reek. Rachel Reek is an 11th grade student at Southern Regional High School. She grew up attending All Saints Regional Catholic School and entered Southern as a freshman. When she entered this new environment, she quickly adjusted from a class size of 30 students to 500 students. The past 3 years, she has taken classes at an advanced and AP level. Rachel enjoys challenging herself and maintains an ambitious attitude towards achieving her goals. She enjoys spending time with her family and friends. She has been employed for the past 3 summers with Long Beach Township Beach Patrol as a beach badge checker and plans on applying for the 2020 season as a supervisor. Daniel Rosengarth. Daniel is a member of the Public Safety Cadets for 3 years and have been able to learn skills in law enforcement, emergency services, leadership, followership, and more. Previously, he was the operations sergeant and is now a lieutenant. He works closely with local law enforcement agencies to ensure the safety and security of the community. As a volunteer with Stafford Township Emergency Medical Services, Daniel is on the Friday night duty crew. Beginning in March, he will be attending EMT school. Upon completion of that course, Daniel will be able to become a cleared EMT with Stafford Township EMS. Daniel is also a customer service specialist at Best Buy in Manahawkin. Amanda Rakowski. Amanda Rakowski is a member of the jazz ensemble, marching band, pit orchestra, and also participates in many outside music groups. Music is her passion, as she has made the South Jersey band for 3 years and the orchestra for 2. She has also made all-state band and orchestra sophomore and junior year, placing 5th and 2nd, respectively. She's the only one who's represented Southern at all-state the past 2 years. She will continue her music career throughout high school and will pursue it through college. She has used her talents to benefit the community, as well as by playing unpaid concerts for senior centers such as Atria and Manahawkin. Sydney Saylor. Sydney Saylor is a member of the Key Club, French Club, Student Council, Interact Club, and also is a class executive for her 2021 graduating class. Sydney will also be inducted into the French Honor Society this year. She was a part of the Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America during her freshman year of high school. Within this group, she won gold in the Cupcake Challenge at the Fall Leadership Connection. She has volunteered a majority of her time with the Friends of Southern Ocean County Animal Shelter, cleaning the animals' cages and volunteering at many of their fundraising events. Sydney also has been an active Girl Scout since she was 5 years old. During the school year, she competes with the Interscholastic Equestrian Association in Zone 11. She has been riding horses since she was 9 years old. She's an avid rider, participating twice a week and competing at local shows during the summer. Dominic Sari. Dominic Sari is a fun-loving and adventurous. He is a member of the Class Executive Board, Prom Committee, Wall Decorating, and Class Office. He currently serves as treasurer of the class of 2021. Dominic is an all-season runner, participating in cross-country, winter track, and holds the school record for the fastest 4K time. Dominic enjoys volunteering in his free time for the Jetty Rock Foundation and works at the Gables in the spring, summer, and fall. Dominic's hobbies include cooking, woodworking, and traveling. Lauren Sauer. Lauren Sauer is a member of Interact Club. She plays soccer, varsity lacrosse, and T3 lacrosse. She was the recipient of the Coaches Award in 2018 for soccer and was selected for All-A South second team in 2019 for lacrosse. Lauren is a member of the St. Francis of Assisi Parish. She has worked since she's been 14 and currently works at Ship Bottom Shellfish. She has volunteered for many organizations, including Ocean Acres Civic Association, St. Francis, Interact, and 2 years of a 14-week Strengthening Families program. Abigail Scheider. Abigail Scheider is a member of Key Club. She's been on the varsity gymnastics team for the past 3 years and is a scholar athlete. She spends her time volunteering for different community events that benefit David Schumann Believe, American Red Cross, Oceans of Love, and families in need of food, clothes, and toys. Aside from her school and community activities, Abigail attends dance classes for 16 hours throughout her week at school, and she also participates in dance competitions. She is signed with Clear Talent Agency and has a working permit in New York City. She travels to the city to audition for various dance, acting, and print work. Abigail is dedicated, caring, and a hardworking individual who always strives to do her best no matter what obstacles come her way. Erica Scheinberg. Erica Scheinberg is ambitious and driven academically, balancing work, school, and sports and clubs. She's also empathetic and reliable with her friends and family. Erica has always enjoyed being active, now through playing varsity tennis and varsity golf. She was awarded the Rookie of the Year award as a sophomore, and she participates in Key Club and Health and Science Club. In her free time, she enjoys spending time with friends, but also with her family. Erica volunteers regularly at the John Bon Jovi Soul Kitchen, an organization ran, started, and founded by Bon Jovi himself.
Charles Schmidt. Charles Schmidt. Charles Schmidt goes by CJ. Entering high school, at Southern, CJ wanted to make the most of his 4 years here, knowing you only have one opportunity to do so. CJ got involved where he could have fun, show his talent, and hard work. In his freshman year and sophomore years, CJ played for the basketball team at the freshman and junior varsity levels. He has also been the part of the volleyball program, earning his first varsity letter last year in 10th grade. This year, as a member of the team, his teammates, coaches, and himself will be looking to get back to the NJ State Championship and bring home the title if they are given the opportunity to compete again. Also, CJ is a member of the Spanish and Interact clubs, attending meetings and volunteering with both groups. These include the Triathlon in Long Beach Township, the Bridge Walk, Chowderfest, and the Spanish Club Empanadas fundraiser. CJ has also volunteered with Mr. South at the Math Carnival. In the classroom, CJ does his best to pay attention and show good work ethic on all assessments. CJ is a member of the Spanish National Language Honor Society. Marley Schwing. Marley Schwing is currently a member of Style and will be inducted into the French National Honor Society. She has been part of the school's choir program since 9th grade and has performed at multiple competitions and events, such as the Memorial Day Salute. Marley is an active member of Lord of Lords youth group and volunteered at the church's yearly Camp Splash. She dedicated a week of her summer towards volunteering in the kitchen at Delanco Camp. Marley participated in the dance marathon previously and will be doing it again. Jeremy Simon. Jeremy Simon is a member of the American Sign Language Club and currently holds the position of president in the Japanese Club. Additionally, he is a member of the Japanese National Honor Society and has received the 2019 Outstanding Student Award for the language. Jeremy is also the principal cellist of the Southern Regional Select Orchestra. He has volunteered in playing for various events, especially at Atria Assisted Living in Stafford, where he continues to provide entertainment for holiday parties. He is an Eagle Scout and is offered time to multiple Eagle Scout service projects for the betterment of his community. Medina Solinova. Medina Solinova is a member of Interact, Key Club, Student Council, Style, Ski, Snowboarding, and Select Orchestra. She also plays junior varsity golf. Outside of school, she is a dedicated member of the American Red Cross Southern Youth Chapter and has been volunteering for Southern Ocean Medical Hospital since 8th grade. During her sophomore year, she was awarded and invited to study abroad in Ghana for 1 academic year. She spent her junior year in Ghana as an American Youth Ambassador and attended local schools while staying with a Ghanaian family. During her winter break, she volunteered with a nonprofit organization called Anansi Education and was an assistant teacher teaching kids in various villages around Cape Coast. As a hobby, she plays the piano and violin. Kylene Stewart. As an avid New Jersey 4-H member, I have found that many people are unaware of what 4-H focuses on as an organization. In order to better understand my application, I thought it would be ideal to provide an explanation. 4-H is an international organization that focuses on their 4 core pillars of civic engagement, healthy living, STEM, and agriculture. New Jersey 4-H has provided me with many opportunities to explore these pillars, specifically in the area of civic engagement through 4-H. I was able to be one of 6 selected delegates to attend the National 4-H Conference, where I was able to meet with federal agents and other government representatives about issues facing the youth of today. Experiences such as the National 4-H Conference have allowed me to grow as a person and led me to finding my place in the world. 4-H is an incredible organization that empowers the youth of today to become leaders of tomorrow. Shelby Swenson. Shelby Swenson is an active member of the Southern Regional Marching Band and Indoor Drumline, where she won Atlantic Coast Championships with her team freshman year and made it to WGI World Championships for the first time in Southern history, placing 11th. After school, between rehearsals, Shelby is also committed to the school's jazz ensemble. Last year, as a sophomore, she started a student handbell choir, which she organized and directed for the music department. Her inspiration struck from her previous experience as a handbell ringer herself, which she has played for the Manahawkin United Methodist Church for 11 years now. Not only does she play the handbells, but Shelby also assists her church's junior bell choir and helps teach young musicians how to read and perform music. During school, she has also managed to achieve perfect attendance, not only for all 3 years of high school, but also throughout middle school as well. Outside of school, Shelby is a member of her church youth group and volunteers at the Soch Old and New Shop. For fun, she plays in the Stafford Recreational Softball League with many of her friends. Shelby is an active member in her school and community and hopes to leave the places around her better than when she found them. Logan Van Loo. Logan Van Loo is a member of the cross-country team in which he has run for 3 seasons and has attained a varsity letter each year. Logan is also a leader on Southern's varsity tennis team. Though he was an underclassman for his first 2 seasons, he was a leader and a key part of the team's newly founded success and school records. He has earned varsity letters for each season, and even though there are not written captains, Logan is considered a captain and role model on the team. Logan is on the basketball team and loves being a part of the hard work and dedication to the game, which forms a brotherhood between players that will last well past high school. He achieved induction into the Spanish Honor Society for his hard work towards the learning of a foreign language. Logan has a very big role at the St. Francis Community Center, which has been a part of his life since he was a toddler. Volunteering at rec basketball and so much more, Logan is a familiar face of the center. He has worked as a lifeguard at pools where he is responsible for children's lives and has been held behind the counter of one of the most busy, reputable seafood restaurants on Long Beach Island. If there is a word to describe Logan, it would be determined. Logan is a pleasure to have in class and always strives to be the best person he can be. Robert Woodcock. Robert Woodcock is a current member of the Interact Club, the Student Council, and the World Language Honor Society. Robert is also a captain on the high school varsity team for this upcoming season. He has been wrestling since kindergarten and was instrumental in helping the team win the New Jersey Group 5 state championships last year as a junior. He also earned a trip to the individual state wrestling championships in Atlantic City his sophomore and junior year and is looking to place and possibly win states this year. He also represents Southern Regional High School this past summer as a delegate for the American Legion Jersey Boys State at Rider University. Robert also gives back to the community where possible by participating in the annual Haunted Hayride and Easter Egg Hunt in the Township of Ocean this past year. He has also served as a summer recreational counselor for 2 weeks this past summer in the Township of Ocean. Robert is currently seeking an appointment to both the United States Naval Academy and the United States Coast Guard Academy. Abigail Yakino. Abigail Yakino is a member of the SAD Club, Interact Club, and David's Dream and Believe Cancer Foundation. She has also participated in both fall and winter cheerleading. Abigail is a competitive dancer at Ovations Performing Arts Academy, practicing 4 days a week after school. She also works and babysits on the weekends. Abigail has become an active volunteer at Soch, where she assists with patient care. She's also been dedicating time to the volunteer at the Long Beach Island branch of the Ocean County Library. Though her work volunteering for David's Dream and Believe in Soch, Abigail has found a passion for helping others. Allison Zavarance is a member of the French Club and enjoys performing in the school's variety shows and belonging to the SAD Club. She enjoys belonging to the French Club and learning the French culture. Allison is hoping that her love of the French language will land her in the French Honor Society. She enjoys helping out with different events where children are involved by helping them be creative. She recently was inducted into the Tri-M Honor Society for her musical talents. She has been playing the violin since 4th grade, and Miss Shaven has been her teacher and mentor. She also belongs to a dance team where she competes on a teen level. She has been dancing since the 5th grade at 2 different studios. Allison plays in the Stafford Girls Softball Rec League, where her team has won the championship for the past 5 years. Steven Zuzik. Steven Zuzik is a member of the varsity winter and spring track team. He has been one of the top sprinters in the program over his tenure and has earned his varsity letter. He is an honor roll student who is currently taking 4 AP classes. He enjoys running and playing video games with his friends. He intends to attend Ocean County College as a STAR Scholarship recipient. He has volunteered his time for various organizations such as St. Mary's Parish, Ocean Township Recreation Department, and the Waretown Republican Organization. He has worked as a camp counselor for the Barnegat Recreation Department over the past 2 summers and has enjoyed working with his local youth. Mr. Wilhelm, these students are ready to be accepted into membership in the Helm chapter of the National Honor Society. As principal of schools, a member of the National Association of Secondary School Principals, and a member of the Helm chapter, please administer the National Honor Society oath.
Thanks, Paul. To our inductees, we challenge you to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which you have been selected. You will be true to the principles for which it stands. You will be loyal to Southern Regional, and you will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to bring Mr. Henry back up for closing remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Wilhelm. Before we do our traditional candle lighting ceremony, which will be one that's done symbolically this year, I just want to recognize and give thanks again to all that made this possible, starting with Mrs. Zuzik. Thank you for coming in and being part of this. Your speech was so moving and inspirational. Mr. Wilhelm, your leadership in this operation through all that we're going through is immeasurable and so much appreciated. Mr. Brown, for allowing us to do this and reaching out to the students and to gathering the students so that we could have some dignified recognition of our 81 inductees. And finally, to our seniors, Justin, Sarah, Katie, and Paul, thank you so much for being here today. I last saw you all on March 13, and I didn't know then that that would be the last time I saw you again until today. And Paul, watching you pull into your parking spot as I was walking here for this ceremony, I thought, maybe he didn't get the text message to come to the 910. But then when you told me that you parked there for the sheer purpose of remembering your parking spot and having that revisit with what was once normal, I totally understood why you parked where you did. This building is eerily quiet day after day for too many days. As I walk, and as Mr. Wilhelm does too, the halls to check the operation and make sure everything's ready for your return, when I'm in the 11-12, I look up and I see your names in the top 20, and I look down that corridor and see all of the memorabilia of your accomplishments as athletes, as performers, as students. I look on the lockers that have been decorated with still the pictures of a more joyous and celebration time. And your footprint, your thumbprint, and your spirit resonates with life in that building and brings that building for moments in time from eerily quiet to abundantly occupied again. I don't know how long this is going to last. I hope and I pray that we reunite again before your senior year ends and we can get back to some degree of normalcy that you deserve. Until that time, we do what we have to do, and we hold out the hope that you give me by being here today, that your other 2,000 students of the high school and the 1,000 students at the middle school will soon be entering the halls. And now it's time for our candle lighting ceremony, at which time, I want to also recognize Taylor Brennan, our production crew. Usually a production crew is many, many people, but because of the circumstances, our production crew is one individual, and I hope you can pan the camera back on yourself, Taylor, to see that he's working the sound, the lights, the audio, the video, and every aspect of the technology. And waiting for this product in the IT building are Tim Daly and Mark Jankowski, who will do the rest of the information technology editing to this product. So that being said, it's now time for our candle lighting ceremony, and I will ask the students who are going to be reading to come to the podium, at which point then you will see, hopefully, how we have symbolically recreated the candle lighting ceremony, which will conclude our production.
In this age of absolutes, we have come to believe that light is the opposite of darkness. But if this were true, it would also hold true that one light would be overwhelmed by the immeasurable hopelessness of the multitude.
It is fitting that the light passed on this evening originates from the candle of knowledge, and that its effects permeate the society in which we live.
From it is past the role model of great character as celebrated tonight in the lives of Teacher of the Year, Mr. South, the faculty, administration, board members, and community who invested themselves in us.
From it is past the principles of democracy through the smooth transition of leadership even during periods of unrest or controversy.
From it is past the illumination of one's true character, the true test of which is not what one does within its light, but what one does in the darkness.
From it is past the sacrificial attitudes of those in our armed services as they prepare daily to protect and defend every citizen.
From it is past a commitment to noble values, a quest for personal excellence in all endeavors.
From it is past an elevation of spirit to new heights of purpose, extraordinary achievements, and the attainment of lofty goals in the pursuit of perfection.
From it is past the sense of reasonability to educate, to affirm, to restore, to edify, and to create a better society for all.
From it is past the desire to assuage others' hurts, anxieties, and burdens, to ignite a dying ember with well-placed words or deeds.
From it is past the perspective of seeing this treasure in another's worth, thus the desire to encourage others to develop their true potential.
From it is past a legacy of inspiration, a positive role model, a caring spirit, respect for another rooted in respect for oneself.
From it is past a quiet confidence exuding strength.
From it is past the desire to be virtuous.
From it is past the boldness needed to confront wrongs, throw off encumbering perplexities, and to be free from debilitating fear.
From it is past a life filled with anticipation, an infectious renewal of spirit derived from an expectant spirit.
From it is past a sense of activism, the desire and ability not only to right wrongs, but to replace them with that which will eliminate their residual effects.
From it is past the desire to guard what Roosevelt called the energy and individual genius of man and the freedom and dignity of the individual.
From it is past what Kennedy cited as the willingness to pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, and oppose any foe to assure the survival and success of liberty.
From it is past what Lyndon Johnson said the spirit of America is all about: the uncrossed desert and the unclimbed ridge, the star not reached and the harvest sleeping in the unplowed ground.
From it is past Lincoln's call to faith to do our duty as we understand it, and Jefferson's assessment of American character as using our strength to exert external hostility toward every form of tyranny over the mind of man.
From it is past what Andrew Jackson said: it is one man with courage who makes a majority and who continues to use that strength for all of our people rather than the privileged few, and to use that strength unselfishly in the struggle for world peace.
From it is past an inner peace where character and integrity are very much at home.
From it is past the knowledge that one's life can and should make a positive difference to mankind.
The candle of knowledge and those of scholarship, leadership, character, and service burn brightly before you with their light, having been passed to each member as a reminder of the guiding principles of the National Honor Society. This light is a powerful force. It burns in and out of itself, yet it can be reflected to others. The human eye will automatically turn toward even the tiniest ray of light which penetrates the darkness. May each life here tonight serve to guide those who are searching for it and grow into a life-changing force, and may you each illuminate the darkness wherever you find it.